Hello, welcome to this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Sunday, December 28th. Thank God we got college basketball back. This is our basketball show. We're going to go through college basketball and the NBA. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. It was a crazy day yesterday in the NBA. Not only that, some exciting football. As well, college and pro. So what a day. Let's get into this Sunday here and get us going on the basketball side. Make sure you do check out our NFL show we did post a few days ago. You can check out all the Sunday action there as well. If you're new to our show or been here before, welcome back or welcome aboard. All episodes here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial in the comment section or on the YouTube channel page. And same for our Discord. You can get that link in the comment section or YouTube channel page. Join a couple 100+ members that love doing the same thing you do. It's called sports wagering. You get all of our bets early, all of our unit sizes, bonus bets, stuff we don't put out for the public, all going to be in that Discord and chat amongst a couple other cappers as well. Plus a lot of players putting out what they're playing as well. So a lot of opportunities to follow along, a lot of opportunities to make some dollars by joining that Discord. All right, let's get started. College basketball, like we're excited. We haven't had college basketball for almost a week. We'll get started 2 o'clock Eastern time frame. TNT Winthrop traveling to Lubbock at the United Supermarkets Arena. Just love the name of that joint. Texas Tech favored by 17.5, a 165.5 total. Tech, the 6-0 at home. We expect them to win this game. Winthrop 2-5 on the road, 8-6 overall. The problem with Tech is they really haven't covered all season long. They've really struggled against the number. The book really hasn't caught up with yet. I think 17.5 here is a little bit too much. I thought this would be at like 14.5. So it's a Winthrop play for us, plus 9.5 first half, plus 17.5 for the game. Next game we are on is going to be Kansas State at home against Louisiana Monroe. K-State 8-4 overall. 6 of those wins coming at home. 6-2. They're a 33.5-point favorite here. The total at 169.5. This game could easily be in the $170+ range. UL Monroe comes in 3-10, 0-6. K-State, if they can hit a decent amount of shots, and I'm not talking they need to shoot their lights out, but just not go ice cold like they've been known to do occasionally. They easily cover this 33.5, minus 16.5 first half and 33.5 for the game. Next game at 2 o'clock Eastern time as well. We've got Lamont. I can't ever pronounce their freaking name. Boston College. This game played in Chestnut Hill, right? At BC here. So BC's 5-2 at home. They're only 6-6 overall. They are not some world beater in this thing. I just think 13.5 points here is way too much for Boston College, a team that's not going to probably put up, go score in the 80s plus. So give us Lamont plus 7.5 first half, 13.5 for the game. Next game we're on is going to be at 2 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. ESPN Plus. Liberty going to FIU down at Ocean Bank Convention. I can't even pronounce it. Convocation Center in Miami. Florida International getting 4.5 at home. Both 145.5 total. Liberty's actually played pretty well here. They're on the road. They're the better team. The question is can they get a road win? We think they can and cover the number at 4.5. So we'll take a little Liberty action here, minus 2.5 first half, and then minus 4.5 for the game. Next game next game we're on. Let's see here is Louisiana. Yep. Norfolk State, Louisiana at home. They're only 1-3 at home, 2-11 on the road. Norfolk State, nothing to be impressed with either here. 1-6 on the road, 6-9 overall. This is strictly just a home. Who's got the home court? Total in this thing's 128.5. So it's probably going to be a low scoring tight game in this one here. Do like Louisiana on the money line. Money line first half, money line for the game. Next game up. We have, by the way, there's a game to look at. We did not play this game, but SMU and Cal State Fullerton, that total at 174.5, some monster numbers. So that should be a lot of fun to watch. If you like offense anyway, right? Which most people do. All right, we get to Charleston Southern, Richmond. This game in Richmond, Virginia at Robins Center, 4 o'clock Eastern time over on ESPN Plus as well. Richmond's played well. I mean, they're okay, 10-2, 8 at home. The line's a little high for us here, 13.5. Charleston Southern, 8-6 overall, 2-5 on the road. The 14 points is quite a bit of points there for, I think, Richmond to get this thing done. So we're going to take the points here with Charleston plus 7.5 first half, plus 13.5 for the game. Next game up, Washington State and Portland. Washington State headed out on the road. They are 5-8. West Coast Conference, the first opening game for them. This game at the Child Center in Portland. Portland 7-6, their first West Coast Conference game as well. Washington State favored by 4.5, 150.5 total. We believe the wrong team is favored here, so Portland money line for us in this one. Portland money line first half. Portland money line for the game. Next game we are on, George Mason and Pennsylvania, 5 o'clock Eastern time frame in Fairfax at the Eagle Bank Arena for George Mason. George Mason 11-1, 9-0 at home. Pennsylvania 1-4 on the road, 6-5 overall. George Mason should wipe the floor here with Pennsylvania. The line's only at 15.5, total 147.5. We expect George Mason to win by 20 or more here. George Mason minus 8.5 first half and 15.5 for the game. Next game we're on, as we continue this college basketball portion of the show, Maryland, Old Dominion. Maryland at home, Xfinity Center in College Park, Maryland. 3-2 at home, only 6-6 overall. Old Dominion 4-9 overall, 0-8 on the road. Maryland favored by 13.5, total 152.5. We think we're going to see a game in the 160s here, and we like the over here, over 78.5 first half, over 152.5 for the game. And next game up, we're on Gonzaga and Pepperdine. Zags heading to Malibu at the Firestone Fieldhouse, if Scott pronounced the name correctly. The pronunciation show is always on the 5th Thursday of the month. Right? We're always horrible. Gonzaga, top 10, coming in at 12-1. West Coast Conference game as well. Pepperdine, 5-8. Overall, the total is what we're going to focus on here because that line at 28.5 is a big, big number for Zags. 152.5. I think this game's easily played in the 160s as well. So give us over 77.5 first half and then over 152.5 for the game. All right, we're going to change course. That's all the college basketball plays. Now we got to get over the NBA, right? As we've got a lot going on in the NBA. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 6 games going on. So a little bit lighter schedule than what we've been seeing. That's okay. No problem. We got 2 games at 3:30, kind of a unique thing that they didn't have a standalone game here for the 28th. But we'll start with Warriors Raptors, 3:30 Eastern time in Toronto at Scott Bank Arena. Golden State coming in as a 4.5-point favorite, 223.5 total. Just to give you a little bit of rundown of what we got injury report-wise, Podzinski is going to be a game-time decision. DeAnthony Melton, Seth Curry, both still out. LJ Cryer for the Warriors, still a game-time decision. Boyles does have an illness. Podol and RJ Barrett might possibly play in this particular game as well. I mean, let's be really honest here. The Warriors they've won their last 3. All of those came at home. They lost their last 2 road games going into that. The Raptors just lost to the Wizards after beating the Heat on the road. That was the weird part. Lost to the Nets, lost to the Celtics, but they did beat the Bucks on the road, but the Bucks without Giannis at that point. I'll be really honest with you here. When you look at their actual overall numbers, they're relatively close. They're close in rebounds per game. They're close in assists per game. They're dead even on blocks. And they allow about the points against about the same per game. Golden State does average a point more overall. It's just the Raptors have been just in this funk that they cannot break. Warriors coming in on a 3-game winning streak. Hopefully that carries over here. We're going to take the points out of play here. The money line was not too shabby. So Warriors money line, first quarter, first half, and game. Jimmy Butler, 1+3. Quentin Post, 2+3s. He seems to play much better on the road than he does at home. Moses Moody is the opposite, plays better at home than the road, under 12.5 points and assists. Scotty Barnes under 32.5 par. Scotty Barnes 3+ turnovers. Going back to post again for 9+ points. And then Emmanuel Quickly 4+ rebounds. He's hit that number, I believe, in 7 consecutive games or 8 consecutive games. Quickly's hit that 4 rebound mark. All right, we're going to move on to the next game. Thunder and the 76ers. So the Thunder all of a sudden have lost 3 games thanks to the Spurs. In this one, the Thunder struggling just a shade here. They did lose to, like I said, they lost 3 games to the Spurs. They lost the 1 to Minnesota. So out of their last 6, they've lost 4 out of their last 6. The only teams they beat were the lowly Clippers and the Grizzlies in that run. So struggling against the better competition. The 76ers, I don't think, are the better competition here, but the 76ers just come off a couple losses to the Nets and the Bulls. They've lost 3 out of their last 5. Injury report wise, Wofford's still out. Kelly Oubre Jr. is still out. Joel Embiid's definitely going to be out for this one. Paul George game time decision. For the Thunder, Jalen Williams, the taller one, is out, and as well as Dieng is out, and Topic's still out. So, here's how we look at this game here. So OKC is a 14.5 point favorite. The total's at 227.5. I think that 227.5 number's a little strong here. 76ers on the road. Their last 8 road games have all went under. And we're kind of seeing the same thing. We think that Thunder defense shows up here against a little bit worse competition. 76ers and the Thunder under 58.5 first half, 58.5 first quarter, 116.5 first half, 226.5 or 227.5 for the game. Sorry. Maxey 4+ rebounds. Chet Holmgren under 17.5 points. We're also going to play Chet Holmgren under 26.5 points and rebounds. Dort has actually played a little bit better as of late, 12+ points and rebounds for him. Drummond for the 76ers under 18.5 par. He's going to get the start. I don't think he's going to play a ton of minutes, as this thing should be pretty helter-skelter around. James McCain, 3+ rebounds in that one there. All right, next game up, we skip across to 6 o'clock Eastern time. So we get those 2 3:30 games. Then all of a sudden we're at 6 o'clock. Grizzlies at the Wizards in the Capital One Arena, Washington, D.C. Grizzlies 6.5 point favorite, 238.5 total. Those numbers have both been steady. Grizzlies, Vince Williams is out. Jack Landale, game time decision. Brandon Clark out. Zach Edey out. Concher's out. Looks like Morant's going to play. For the Wizards, Corey Kispert's still out. Keyshawn George, game time decision. And Cam Whitmore still out on that one there. So the Wizards come off a big-time win against Toronto, beating the Raptors by 21. They've won 2 out of their last 5. They also beat Memphis earlier in the season at Memphis just about, a little over a week ago by 8 on the road. The Grizzlies come in just to win over the Bucks and a win against Utah. They did lose against OKC, and like we mentioned, the Wizards as well. They even beat the Grizzlies on this one. The number we're focused on here is going to be this total at 238.5. We like Wizards games at home tend to be pretty high scoring. So give us the over 238.5. It's over 59.5 first quarter, 119.5 first half, 238.5 for the game. Jalen Wells, 15+ points and assists combined. Chris Middleton for the Wizards, 10+ points. CJ McCollum, 22+ points and rebounds. KCP for the Grizz, 3+ field goals. Bub Carrington, 17+ par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Belial, 7+ rebounds and assists. Coward, 5+ field goals for the Grizz. Cam Spencer, 3+ threes. I know he missed it in his last game, but hit it 6 consecutive before that. KCP, 14+ par, points, assists, rebounds. And then CJ McCollum, we normally like at home as well, 26+ par, points, assists, rebounds combined. And next game up, we get to the 2 later games, 9 o'clock Eastern time frame. Pistons, Clippers at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. Clippers 5-8 at home all of a sudden, 9-21. Pistons Nice record. I mean, just fabulous season for them so far. 31 games in, 24-7, 11-5 on the road. They continue this road trip that they've been on. They lost to Utah in a close one, beat Sacramento, beat Portland as they do this West Coast road trip. Clippers come off a win against the Trailblazers, and they smacked around the Rockets, surprisingly enough, and beat the Lakers as the Lakers continue to struggle. So they've won their last three. They are a favorite here. The Clips are the Pistons are by 2.5. For the Pistons, just Isaac Jones, game time decision. For the Clippers, Bogdanovic still out, Zubac's still out. Bradley Beal is obviously out for the season, but Cam Christie is a game time decision for them as well. This line has went down, did open at 3.5 at 2.5, 224.5 is where we're currently sitting for a total. This one here, we like the Pistons one more time. I don't see how to get around playing the Pistons here. We'd like to figure out how to not play the Pistons, but we do like the Pistons in this one. Let's give you this game. Pistons -0.5 first quarter, 1.5 first half, 2.5 for the game. John Collins for the Clips, 2+ turnovers. Kawhi under 27.5 points. He set the dagger with a late bucket in the last one. Otherwise, we cashed that in multiple games in a row. Holland for the Pistons, 1+ rebound in the first quarter. Jalen Duren, 18+ points, assists. I'll be really honest with you. You're going to need him to get 18 points. He rarely gets an assist. Jaden Ivey, 9+ points. Holland, 4+ rebounds overall. He's hit that in 7 consecutive. Brook Lopez, under 17.5 par. He's been under 17.5 par. I think it's about 16 or 17 consecutive games. It's some ridiculous number on that one there. All right, next game. We did miss one, of course. Oh, we missed the 6 o'clock Eastern time frame. We'll go back and hit this because the Trailblazers never play this early. Celtics coming into town. Blazers 12-19, 5-9 on the road. Celtics 19-11. Can you believe the Celtics with all the moves they've made, where they're at in the Eastern Conference? It's crazy. 19-11, 9-6. They have really been playing good basketball as of late. Shooting when they shoot well, it definitely helps here. Pistons favored by 6. I'm sorry, Celtics favored by 6.5, 228.5 total. Injury wise, just Chris Boucher out for the Celtics. For the Trailblazers, the list is long. Robert Williams III out. Jeremiah Grant out. Scoot Henderson out. Drew Holiday out, and Thibault out. They're missing a damn near a second unit there. All out for the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers have struggled a little bit as of late. They've lost 3 consecutive games. Clippers at home, Orlando at home, and Detroit at home. Games have been relatively close except for the Clippers game on that one. The Celtics have won 4 straight, beat Miami at home, at Toronto, and then the Pacers home and away on that one there. Like I said, the Pacers is shooting pretty well overall. Not the Pacers, the Celtics. They continue this. They'll keep winning games. This is a game. Normally we like Portland at home, but I just can't. I mean, Portland's defense is allowing everything, and if Portland doesn't shoot lights out, it's normally bad. It's bad for them. We do like the Celtics to cover the number here. Let's give you all of those. Celtics -1.5 first quarter, 3.5 first half, 6.5 for the game. Derek White, 5+ rebounds. Peyton Pritchard, 10+ rebounds and assists. Sam Hauser, 2+ threes. Kamara, 3+ threes, still plus money on DraftKings. He's hit that in like 6 out of 7 games. Derek White, 19+ points. All right, we're going to get to the final game of the night because everybody's interested in this one. Kings bound off a back-to-back, a nice one, win on Saturday night. Now playing the Lakers, 9:30 Eastern time frame, Crypto.com arena. Lakers and the Kings. Lakers favored by a ridiculous number, 13.5. It is down to 12.5 for a team that struggled. 234.5 total here. Injury report-wise, we'll go through that first, there are plenty. Devin Carter, Keegan Murray, Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis, and Eubanks all out. That's a nice unit there for the Kings. All those guys are out. None of them due back till the earliest, a couple of them, maybe the end of the year, around New Year's. For the Lakers, Timmy, game time decision. Gabe Vincent still out. Jackson Hayes, still a game time decision. Austin Reeves is out. So the 2 big stars are going to be LeBron and Luka. No Austin Reeves to help out there. The Lakers, as of late, 3 consecutive losses to the Clippers. They got blown out. the Suns, they got blown out, and the Rockets, they got blown out. Like I said, the Kings did have a nice win on Saturday, beating the Mavs at home. They've actually won 2 out of their last 3. They also beat the Rockets at home. Did lose to the Pistons. No shame in that one. The Pistons are pretty damn solid on that one there. The line is too big here. I understand it's the Lakers, and they're normally going to get a bump on the line anyway because it's the Lakers. I understand Luka's playing, but no Austin Reeves here. 13.5 too much. 12.5, sorry, too much here. We do like the Kings plus 3.5 first quarter, 6.5 first half, 12.5 for the game. LaRavia 4+ rebounds. Russell Westbrook 25+ points and assists. He's almost turned back the clock the way he's played lately. Renaud 22+ par points, assists, rebounds combined. Luka under 8.5 assists. He's really been scoring a bunch and rebounding, but has not been that triple-double threat as much with the assists. Renaud 4+ points in the first quarter. Westbrook 32+ par points, assists, rebounds combined. And a couple of LeBron plays for you. Under 8.5 field goals made, and then 7+ assists. He's been bouncing that number pretty well here for the Lakers. All right, that's going to be a rundown of college basketball, NBA basketball for Sunday, December 28th. If you like the content you see in here, make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on for the channel, like, share, comment, all that kind of fun stuff. Love to see all that stuff there, whether it's my show or anybody else's. Always appreciate when we see the comments. Even though for the ones that always want to point out when we lose, we've got over 100 plays normally per day. I promise you we got some losses in there. That's why joining the Discord is important, so you can get the bigger unit sizes as well. So all of our episodes brought to you by Outlier, the world's #1 sports betting app. You can get great lines, stuff that hits at 60, 70, 80, even 90%. Odd shot for the best number for you at the books that you're a part of. Plus, EV bets are in there as well. So what Outlier considers where the lines are off, an advantage to the player. They're always putting those out as well. A lot of guys just like to play those. Might as well take advantage when the line's off, right? That's what we're always looking for as a handicapper, is if we think the line's off a shade, that's where we want to attack. All of that available, 7-day free trial by the link in the comment section or the YouTube channel page. And, of course, our Discord channel, which we mentioned a couple times, is available as well. Link in the comment section and the YouTube channel page. Get all of our bets early, get all of our unit sizes, get bonus material, stuff we don't put out for the public as well. Plus, join a couple 100+ members that love talking sports wagering in there as well. Make sure you check out that Discord channel in the link in the comment section of the YouTube channel page. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.